Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legend of Khiimori. Do you want to get a horse like this? And why would you like to get a horse like that? Because it is the perfect horse. Why? Every single stat is maxed. But this is the minor part of it, okay? Having maximum stats on a horse is the minimum thing that you need for it. What you need is perk management. I will tell you exactly how to get the same type of horse or close to it. And also, maybe if you want to change the looks, I will later make a video about color management. This one is about the horse management mostly, but I will tell a little bit details about the colors as well. Why this is the perfect horse? Because 10 kilograms capacity, negative 30% injury poison resistance, then 5% acceleration, 10% more acceleration, and 10% even more acceleration on the hit. Heat resistance double, and heat resistance triple. For this stat, you can either do heat resistance or frost resistance, but the perfect thing is having one of the resistances at max or triple of the same resistance, so your horse doesn't take any kind of, like, say, minor damage when you enter the let's say the areas that you don't need to go to, like the high mountains or the desert areas. The next one is 10% stumble chance. Yes, this is very important because stumble chance is real and it will hurt you, your cargo, and your horse. So this is actually a balanced way to do it. Because of diminishing returns. I don't want to talk about diminishing returns right now, but well, it is better to have a little bit of each stat instead of having everything except this one in one stat. And then there's negative stamina drain caused by climbing the slopes, 50%-ish, okay? He does not get tired when he's going up the slopes. Next one is a little bit less stamina when I jump. This is important because there are a lot of places in this game and a lot of obstacles that you need to jump on. It really takes a lot of stamina out of your horse if you don't do it. But don't get more than 10%. It is useless after that. It is perfect on 10%. Next is 15% stamina regeneration. And then it is 20% stamina regeneration. These are the perfect horse stats. And this is the perfect horse. I will now tell you how to make them. I also have a video about how to train the horses. It's kind of an exploit. You can literally like get this horse to max like in a day. Yeah, in like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay, you can get this horse to maximum stats. You don't need to, you just need to hit this part. So you get these benefits. Then you really don't need it. Once you hit this part, like your horse becomes almost like invincible. Okay, invincible. He can just run. Like, just run. The things, you will need some things for actually making this. I also have another guide video about how to make infinite money in this game. You can also watch that video. It's in the same playlist as this video. But before you begin to do this process, you're gonna need to come to this guy. You're gonna have some money in your bag. And you're gonna need some random horses. It doesn't matter. You can use these normal 190 horses. You can use these 1000 horses. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm actually buying this for color management later. Yoink. And just buy 4 horses. It doesn't matter what quality, what type. Just buy 4 horses with different, let's say, genders. 2 males, 2 females. Why? Because in this game, actually, let me buy another one, just so we have another family that goes on. No. I'm just looking at their colors, by the way, not their stats. It's not that important. And that's yeah, and avoid lazy horses. This is the only perk you don't want to have. Yeah, lazy is very bad. I like the limousine one, and he's playful and gourmet, so let's buy this one. Okay, we got 2 different families of horses now in my bag. So there's one thing about horses that do not have that much stats at the beginning. So once you train a horse, it gains the stats automatically. How? Let me show you. So whenever you are having by the way, you can do this from the beginning of the game. Whenever you're having horses like, see, like this is a very weak horse, right? Any offspring from that horse, like let's say I put this horse, any offspring will have more stats than the mother, okay? Any kind of offspring. So the moment, doesn't matter, I don't need to have him like at this max, I can just combine him with this little fella, or this little fella. Let's do him with him. See, whenever you're training two horses with different stats, the baby always has better stats than the mother and the father combined together. Why? How? Look, this one has like this much, it's around like 800. Yeah, 800-ish on strength. This one doesn't have 800, but look, it has this, it has this, it has this, and it has this much. It's like the game takes an average of the stats that one of the parents has with the other one, and then puts the averages of each stat here. Look, this one has low strength, this one has high strength, but it is in the middle point. The stronger a mother or father is does not affect these. This is only and only affected by the max stat capacity. So you can't like get a horse that has like strength already trained here. You need to train your horses. And I wonder what kind of color this will make. Then here, there's a point in training your guys or your horses as well. What's the point? So if a single stat is lit up or trained on a horse, it has higher chance by 50% to actually become present in the offspring as well. So that is one case, like this. Look, this has this. This does not have this. Look, this is 20% less injury. This one does not have anything, but this one, there is 50% chance that my next horse will actually have this thing on him. But then there is this one that have not trained it, so it's a minor one, but because this one has this present, it will be dominant. So right now, because there is present one stat 2 is present, now here, the baby has a chance of getting either of them. You will never know which one he will get. The only way that you know for 100% sure is if the parents both have the stat actually trained. Look, trained it. This guy has 100% chance of having high acceleration on the first one. See? That's it. But look, maximum speed. This one, stamina drain caused by frost, ice, and rocky ground. Look, because neither of them are trained, this has a chance of having it. And there's a difference about this one too. If you have one active and you don't have anything here, there is a chance that nothing will appear here. If you have not trained any of them like this, you have a stats present, but you have a chance, there's a chance that you either get one of these or you get nothing. But you will not get anything random. If you get something, it will be one of these. If you have nothing in the third one, for example, but the horse has a stats for it, it will get that one. Look, this one does not have any stat here, but it has the stamina cost when jumping. Look, the baby has a chance of either having this stat or not having anything at all. But when there is no stat here, the baby also gets a chance of having a random thing just added here, just randomly, like literally anything. The same randomizing thing goes for these ones as well. So if the parent is, for example, playful, if the mother is playful too, you will have a 100% chance of having a playful traded baby. But look, because there is no mood and nothing they have in common. Let me see if I have anything in common between any of my horses. There we go. The male breeder actually has grass lover. This one has grass lover too. There is a high chance that my baby will actually be a... Oh, actually that's greedy and that's grass lover. Okay, that is not going to work. Deserter, do I have anything about you? Oh, actually... Let me see. Yeah, see? Like when you have the same stat present in the parents, both of them, look, it becomes another color. Now my baby has a 100% chance of having the rain lover. So it will get mood when in rain, and it has a random chance of either having a bonus trait, or having the less food required, or gain mood while galloping. Because this guy has galloping mood increase. And see, like, this is maxed out. This is not maxed out. The game took an average, and now this is the average. Look, it doesn't have any stats. There is a chance that there will be a stat. Look, neither of them have a stat here on the third one, but there's a chance that you can get it. I know it's taking long, but this is the thing that you must know. The blessings are only for color, only and only for color. You can add it very easily, and you can increase the chance of the baby having that color. Like, this is a whole other monster that we can talk about later, but if you read this information down here, you will understand a little bit of it. A little bit of it. You literally need to know how to breed a horse in real life to do this. But anyways, look, we have a... let's actually do it with a lower mother and an average father. Ah, there you go. Yeah, let's have this one. Look, the stats are going to increase. We're gonna start breeding. And you don't need to wait like days after days after days. Just come here. I showed this in the other video as well. Just sleep. Da 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 da. There you go. My little baby is born. Let's go check out and see what my little baby has to offer. My little baby, come out. Come. Ta-da! Oh, okay, that's a nice looking color horse. Ah, he has a white leg. Nice. Okay, now look, this is more powerful than both the mother and father. The name is Morchin. Morchin. Now, this is very fast, by the way. This is an exploit, so you can use this to get your horse in less than an hour. Your perfect horse. Then, when the baby is born, you just come here, rest until sunrise. Rest until sunrise again. It takes 2 to 2.5 days for the little baby horse to become a fully grown mature horse. So, if you just do this 2 times, and and he should be grown. Okay. See, I did not even need to play the game to get. Yeah, see, we got him. Okay, now. He was male, Munchijin, from your color I can see you. There you go. Now you have your first baby. The first baby is more powerful than the parents. Then this is why you get 2 horses. Why? Because a horse baby cannot breed with its own parents or mother. Okay, that is taboo. Don't do it. Don't think about it. Get your head out of the gutter. This is not Alabama. This is Mongolia, okay? Then, there is this... I literally named this one genetic base stat female. Okay, now, look, let's assume that this is a weak horse. Now, if you breed this horse with another horse that it is either less powerful or the same amount of powerful, the baby will still get extra stat. Looks. We got max stat, this. We will do it again. You don't care. At this stage, you do not care about the stats of the baby that you're having. You only care about the baby getting to max stats as soon as possible. Because the problem, or what you need to do, starts after that. That is when the real trouble will begin, okay? Okay, come out. Let me see your color. Please be a good color. Oh, wow. Okay. He went between, like, the mother and father. Like, he got the polka dots. Hey, she did. Oh, it's a female. Look. We got the stats. We got 2 random things. She didn't get anything from here. And she's a playful mood room. Playful one. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, we gotta go to sleeps. And, again, we go to sunrise. This is what you need to do. Like, man, like, let me tell you this. If you do this normally, this process takes 2 in-game hours. Like days, not hours. There's a day-night cycle in this game. You can't really see it unless you, like, turn on day-night cycles, like, from the settings. So, yeah, this takes literal 2 days to grow when you are playing the game in normal mode. But, well, why do normal things when you can exploit the game? Let's do this before they fix this. Okay, we got Shidet. Yeah, Shidet is now see the stats. Now, let's look for a father. See, I'm not gonna use a max stat. Let's go for this. Look. See? This is what you're gonna do. 2 parents, that's why you have 1 male, 1 female. You grow them up, you breed them together, you get more stats. Look, now there's a problem. See? Because the stats of this one is much lower than this one, the stats are not increasing. What you need to do, you will keep repeating the process until you have like 2 families of horses that have higher stats. When you breed horses of the same stats, they get increased the stats together more than the average that they have. So now when I actually, like, look, mix this one with the deserter, look. Deserter is max here, but not max here. He is nowhere nearly max here, okay? This one isn't either, but look, the baby is actually getting almost close to maximum. And that is how you will actually get it running. And I don't need to actually do this. Yeah, just keep training horses together until you hit the max. Until when? Until you have any... I'm gonna repeat this. Until you have 2 different families of horses that have max stats that do not have the same parent. You need at least 2 females and 2 males, or either one, that have max stats. Then what we're gonna do, then we're gonna be genetically engineering these babies into having the stats that we want. Like what? For here, let's use this one. Look, has the stamina regeneration, has cold, heat resistance, acceleration, this one. Now there, you will play random game. How? Look, what we want, you have to do this one by one, okay? This is where the real grind begins. So, let's say I have this peak breeder male. The naming conventions that I use. Very horse friendly. Not racist at all or genderist. Peak male breeder and base genetic based stat female. I make systems for games, okay? Don't blame me for this one. And look, I have 1 horse that has the stats that I want. What are those? Less stumble chance, high heat resistance, and actually stamina regeneration. I want these stats to be on my baby. So I will keep breeding these 2 together until I have a max stat baby that has at least 2 of these stats present. Then, when I get one of these, I will pick that baby, for example. Look, this has acceleration. Shidet has, for example, acceleration. I want acceleration full here. So, look, one of the parents has acceleration, doesn't have anything here, has acceleration, double acceleration. I will keep breeding these 2 together until I get this maximum speed, acceleration on my baby, plus regeneration on my baby, and heat resistance on my baby. So you will keep breeding the same max stat horses into each other until you have it. This process, you can either use the high grind random mode, or you can do what I did. What I did was, I trained one of the horses. I trained this one. And then I trained the generic base stat female. Both of them have max stats. Both of them had a lot of the stats that I wanted on my babies. And then I kept breeding this one and this one again and again and again and again until this little fella was born. And if you look at the genetics, sadly this system does not work that well yet. But if you have, like, if you could see, like, this is the generic male and generic peak males and generic base females, like, baby. Like, this is literally the outcome of the horses that I showed you. So I kept just grinding, just make baby, sleep, come back, check it out, make baby, sleep, come back, check it out, until I got this out of the genetic pool. What I have to do next is, if I want a baby or a horsey that needs less food, gains more mood, has mood when galloping, then this is what's gonna happen. I will have to take that horsey. Yeah, now this is the final stage. Now we engineered the stats, then you will have to engineer the moodle, or let's say the mood giving other secondary stats. So what we're gonna do, you have a male, we have the where are you, mate? Where are you? Where is my dragon? Yes, my dragon master of stats is here. Master of stats. You can really see that I care about the horses that I bring. I really take into consideration every aspect of their naming. I really give them personality. I respect their personalities. Okay, see, like, now what I need to do. Oh, parents. Oh, they're oh no, they're oh no. Oh no, they're both here. Oh no, one of them is the grandparent, one of them is the parent, so I can't breed them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy another horse that actually has either one of these stats, and then keep breeding these two together until I have the moodle and the stats together. Like, this is the only way you can do it. And that's actually everything that you need to know about it. And if I keep talking about, like, the color as well, this video is gonna be an hour. Because if you thought you're done with breeding horses, you're nowhere nearly done. You are not done, because next, if you care about the color of the horse, you will actually have to train another family of the horse with the color that you want. Like, let's say I want a dark brown horsey. What I will have to do, I will have to bring this fella with this fella, because he has dominant genes on extension and on the, agouti, so I can actually mix them together to get a darker colored brown horse. And if I want it to shine, I have to make it more creamy. So it has to have, like, CR capital, so they can actually be both dark brown and shiny. Yeah, that's a thing that I don't want to talk about during this video. That's another hassle. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is literally what you need to do. You can have your best horsey from the comfort of your horse. I have got a video about how to make money to an infinite amount. So just go get your infinite money, buy your first horse, and then make the master of stats and just enjoy your time in Mongolia. And as always, check out the other videos as well. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the hypes, thanks for any comments. Ask in the comment whatever you want. Like, I answer all of the comments. That's just a thing that I have always done since the beginning of my channel. Thanks for the memberships and supers. And as always, if it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies. And if it's daytime, I hope the gods of genetic engineering are by your side so you can get your perfect horse as soon as possible. Because life gets 90% easier in this game the moment you get your first good horse. See you in the next video, fellas. See you in the next video.